first, kwentuhan muna tayo. Did you know that the first Suzuki Jimny with the code name LJ10 was first sold in 1970? Making the Suzuki Jimny as one of the longest running nameplate in automotive industry with 55 years of continued existence. Tagal na, no? Making a testament how good this car is. Now, a while ago, I mentioned about the code name LJ10. If you'd noticed, after World War II, every car manufacturer wanted to create a similar car like the American Jeep. Just like Toyota developed the FJ series. If you've noticed, may J always sa mga code ng mga sasakyan nila. J stands for Jeep. Just like this car, LJ. The meaning of LJ in Suzuki term is light Jeep, making it one of the first manufacturer to develop a car just like the American Jeep. Now you know a little background of this car. Come on, join me and let's review if it's worth buying the Suzuki Jimny in the year 2025. Come on, join me and let's find out. Let's begin enumerating its physical features starting at the front. The current Suzuki Jimny's design language was heavily influenced by the past reiterations of this nameplate, particularly going back to the basic angular and boxy design, a departure from the previous model's round and modern-looking features. But with this design, it cemented its legacy of being a no-frills, no-nonsense, purpose-built 4x4, or rather, a capable off-roader. The front bumper, for example, has a steep approach angle with short overhangs. Same goes at the rear, making it more manageable in climbing hills and tackling boulders. The bumper is made of resin with fog lights and functional grills with honeycomb design. Nothing much fancy, nothing much desirable, but with a purpose that one can modify or upgrade this part to suit one's off-roading needs. Same with the over fenders. Suzuki have already realized that owners of Jimnys will soon change their tires and wheels as part of their modifications and upgrades. Regardless, Suzuki did not left the Jimny without modern wonders though. This model sports a 2-beam LED projector type headlamps with automatic and auto-leveling features, housed in a classic round headlight design. And oh, did I mention that it has a headlamp washers on both sides? Well, an off-roader will be delighted to have this particular feature. The front is unmistakably Jimny with its vertical design and large Suzuki logo up front. The side continues the simplistic design with short wheelbase, which will make this car more manageable in tackling the beaten path. The wheels is 15-inch painted in a gunmetallic gray with solid disc brake up front and drum brakes at the rear. By the way, true to its off-roading capabilities, the Jimny suspension system still carries front and rear multi-link solid axles with rear differential lockers and a toggle between 4x2 and 4x4. Same story at the rear, you still got your spare wheel mounted on its swing rear opener, being the most obvious part one can immediately notice. The lights are simple, squarish, but a little low on my likings. Well, anyway, as I said a while ago, one can always change this with a wide array of after-sales options and support for this small off-roader. The interior is utilitarian in nature, dominated by plastic materials, yet those sturdy ones A hint that this car was absolutely created to stand the beating of being in the outdoor. The color is black and the dials are easy to read and operate. The instrument panel is monochromatic and leave nothing to be desired. But hey, it serves its purpose. The indicators are easy to read, the gauges are well lighted and easy to glance while operating the car. Another testament that this car is pure business. Same goes with the design of the front. It has a modern amenities as well. This model is packed with quite big 9-inch infotainment system that is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto equipped, though it would be better if one can use this feature wirelessly. But anyway, this is an off-roader. After all, they need to cut some costs at some point. Interestingly, this small off-roader has an automatic climate control system that is contrary to its utilitarian image. Well, it's nice to have a little bit of those niceties after all. The aircon is quite cold to be honest, but I just noticed that you consume more fuel when you lower the cabin temperature. Well, quite typical for a small gasoline engine. Well, the engine is only 1.5 liter that produces 102 horsepower with 130 Newton meter of torque. Not that much, but I believe with my time with this car, the punch is enough to get you through to your daily drives and occasional adventures. Fuel consumption is on the makonsumo side, especially when you upgrade the tires of this vehicle and you load up so many cargoes at the back. The 4-speed automatic won't help the case of your fuel consumption though, but this transmission will give you years and years of proven durability and reliability with less maintenance. So we are driving now the 2025 Suzuki Jimny with automatic transmission. First, I already noticed is the insulation of the car. Yeah, may truck na dumaan and I'm sure narinig yun sa camera na pick up yun ng microphone. So, the insulation of the car is it's not that good, but I think it's enough for an off-roader like this car. You see, the Suzuki Jimny is a very unique car. Why? Bakit? Kasi it has its own niche. It has its own league. It has its own target market. And in the Philippine market right now, mag-isa lang siya sa segment na to. Walang kalaban from any other brands. Kaya whether you hate it or love it, you have no choice but to stick with what is Suzuki is offering. But don't get me wrong, the ride comfort, the experience inside, except for the insulation, is, I think it's on the average side. So we are driving the new Suzuki Jimny, and there are things I would like to point out. First, can a purpose-built 4x4 be driven in highways? Let's find out. So, we're driving on the highway now, and what I've noticed is that, just like what I've told you a while ago, just like sabi ko kanina, the insulation is subpar, and you can really notice that in the highway. You can hear the wind noise, the tire noise, and the environmental noise around, yung ambient noise na tinatawag. And mas lalo pang naging maingay kasi yung owner of this car nagpalit siya ng mas malaking gulong, yung medyo off-roader na gulong. Kaya
na-amplify yung wind noise and yung tire noise. But that's not a bad thing, because while this is a purpose-built 4x4, it is surprisingly comfortable sa highway. Though it has a bumps given kasi 4x4 naman ito, but I think you can live with it. Hindi naman siya as in wobbly, hindi naman siya as in matagtag, but it is very bearable and comfortable in the highway. So yeah, I believe you can still run this car up to, I think you can run this up to like 100 km/h. Pero I don't recommend it na isagad mo siya, kasi maririnig masyado ng malakas yung wind noise and yung ambient noise around. One thing I would like to point out also is the power of this vehicle. Though the Jimny started as a K car, meaning maliliit na sasakyan sa Japan, it has evolved to a niche market wherein maraming tao, especially in the developing market, na gustong kumuha ng ganitong 4x4. Why? Because first, it's nimble, has a enough engine to propel this car sa mga bumps and mga rugged terrains. So, nagkaroon siya ng market. Now, with this 2025 model, can it really propel itself to a speed na acceptable sa highways? Let's try. So, sa arangkada, halatang medyo hirap umakyat sa speed yung makina. Maybe because the owner of this car nagpalit na siya ng gulong, as I said a while ago. But you can still feel the engine wants to rev higher to give you the power na kailangan niya. So just like now, I'm cruising on 70 km/h at 2000 RPM. Maybe because this car has also a 4-speed automatic transmission, so medyo hino-hold niya yung rev pag nag-arangkada siya. Surprisingly, acceleration is good, though it has a small engine. The tendency is it's holding the rev to the higher band. Pero I think this is enough for a car as small as this one. And it's surprisingly fast also. I'm doing now 80 km/h in a 2,500 RPM. Let's try to overtake these Vios if the Jimny can handle this one. I believe so. Oh, malakas din. Mabilis din. Okay, we need to slow down. Let's try to overtake this Fortuner. Oh, kayang-kaya. It can hold its ground. Mabilis. And surprisingly powerful. Though it only has 101 horsepower and around 130 Newton meter of torque, I think it can hold its ground. The only complaint I have is that the 4-speed automatic transmission wants to hold the rev on the higher band, meaning mataas yung RPM niya. So the drawback is that it will consume more fuel along the way. But may pambili ka nga ng jeepney, di ba? Most likely may pambili ka rin ng fuel. So fuel won't be a problem, right? So we are in a dirt road. So as you all know by now, the Suzuki Jimny is a capable 4x4. So subukan natin ngayon dito sa rough road, light rough road. So nasa ano pa lang ako ngayon, normal driving condition, I mean normal driving mode. Hindi ko pa siya nilagay sa 4H or sa 4 low. I just want to test its capability on a light off-road. So far, okay naman siya. The suspension ride is good. It is adapting on the road condition. So this is the rough road part. I think kayang-kaya naman niya. So ito talaga yung gustong-gusto ng Jimny, yung talagang unbeaten path kumbaga. So if you really want it for a weekend adventure, like mamasyal sa ilog, mag little 4x4 off-roading on weekends with your buddies, with your family, or with your friends, kayang-kaya ng Suzuki Jimny. It's light, nimble, and of course capable 4x4. Apparently yun lang yung nakita kong terrain which I can test the rigid axle and the suspension, but of course it's very capable. Now the other thing that I would like to point out is, can the Suzuki Jimny as capable as a urban car? For me, it's yes. First, because it's very nimble. It's easy to navigate through traffic. And the turning radius is very short, kaya madali lang siyang imaniobra sa mga kanto-kanto, singit-singit. And of course, this is a 4x4 and it's tall. You have a commanding view of the road and it's very capable to navigate those potholes and imperfections on the road. Kaya for me, the Suzuki Jimny is as much as capable as an off-roader and as a urban vehicle. Now, the question is, sino ba talaga ang bumibili ng Suzuki Jimny? Is the Suzuki Jimny for you? If you will ask me, if you are a person who loves adventure and who loves outdoor and meron ka ding day job like going to the office, managing your business, I believe this car is perfect for you. It gives you a balance of having a car on the weekends and at the same time a daily that you can be used going to your business, going to your office and doing your daily tasks. But if you are a family man with children, with a lot of things na binubuhat or laging may dala ka laging mga gamit, the Jimny is not for you. Better look around for other models. But the Jimny has its own very unique niche market. Started as a K-car in Japan but found its way in the market of other countries na gustong i-enjoy yung simplicity, yung no frills around ng simpleng 4x4 that you can enjoy in the weekends and at the same time use it on a daily. So dun panalo ang Suzuki Jimny. If you will ask me, should I buy one for myself? Definitely yes, if I have the budget. But if you don't have a budget, and you have a family, and your priority is your family, then look for another car. I hope this simple driving feature will inform you or will benefit you if you have plans of buying one. Till then, bye!